Payako base one. Tusako malo. Ni ati. One, two, 1, 2.
Good morning once more, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this auspicious occasion this morning. May I, at this juncture, request every one of us to be upstanding as we sing the national anthem of the Republic of Zambia. And now we will have a prayer from Prudence. Prudence.
Shall we bow our heads in prayer? Our God and our Father, Jehovah God, we approach your lofty throne this time of the morning through the mighty name of your Son, Christ Jesus. Father, it is with hearts full of thanksgiving and indeed humility that we approach you, knowing that, Jehovah, you have given us the gift of life this day. Heavenly Father, Jehovah, as we are gathered here to do your will, As your servants, O God, and as your people, we pray that Jehovah God, may you help us to have oneness of mind, and indeed give us your Holy Spirit also, so that we may be able to carry out the inauguration ceremony for today in unison, O God. Heavenly Father, we understand that when you are conducting such activities, we always know and realize that the devil wants to disturb and disrupt such activities. We therefore pray for your Holy Spirit and indeed the presence of it to be here, Jehovah, go throughout the program, so that the wicked one, Satan, the devil, may not disrupt us. Grand Instructor, we also want to entrust our leaders in your worthy hands, who are doing their best to do what they can in order to take the progress of KVTC forward, as well as the nation at large. Grand Creator, as we have commenced this program, may you please be with us throughout. This is our humble prayer that we make mention to you through the mighty name of your dear Son, Christ Jesus. Amen.
Thank you so much. We may be seated. The Honorable Minister for Technology and Science, Honorable Felix Mutati, here represented by the Copper Belt Province Minister, Honorable Elisha Matambo, His Excellency the Ambassador of Japan to Zambia, Mr. Akiteru Mikami, the United Nations Zambia Resident Coordinator, Ms. Beatrice Mutali, the District Commissioner of Kitwe, Mr. Wansmo Ngonomo, senior government officials, United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, Chief of Fair Production, Sustainability and Trade, Ms. Verpi Stuki, Technical Education, Vocational and Entrepreneurship Training Authority Director General, Mr. Cleophas Takaiza, Hitachi Construction Zambia Machinery Company President, Mr. Nobuhiko Saito, members of the board, the KVTC principal and other principals present, members of staff, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this auspicious event this morning. I am your Master of Ceremony. My name is Michael Kaluba, and I will be with you until the end of our program. Distinguished guests, Kitwe Vocational Training Center has been preparing Zambia's workforce for nearly 3 decades. Today, the institution ends a new chapter that will more than double its capacity to train heavy equipment operators, increasing from approximately 125 trainees per year to more than 300 annually. To deliver the welcoming remarks and share the institution's vision for this facility, it is my honor to invite the gentleman who leads this institution. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Crispin Kakoma, the principal of Kitwe Vocational Training Center, to deliver his welcome remarks.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies. Allow me to recognize the presence of Honorable Minister for Copper Belt Province, Elisha Matambo, MP, standing in for Honorable Minister of Technology and Science, Mr. Felix Mutati, MP. Allow me to ride on the protocols already observed and go straight into my speech. Good morning and a very warm welcome to Kitwe Vocational Training Center. I would like to get a response for that one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. On behalf of the management, staff and students of KVTC, it is my great honor and pleasure to receive each one of you on this joyful and historical occasion, the inauguration of our heavy equipment operator training workshop. To our Honorable Minister, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Japan, United Nations Industrial and Development Organization, Hitachi Construction Machinery, KVTC Management Board members, both past and present, and all distinguished guests, we are truly humbled and grateful for your presence. Your being here today speaks volumes about our belief in vocational education and in the future of Zambia's youth. Ladies and gentlemen, days like today do not happen by accident. They are a result of years of hard work, faithful partnership, and a shared conviction, and skills training is one of the most powerful investments a nation can make in its people. As a principal of this institution, I see every day the difference the quality training makes in the lives of our students. Young men and women who arrive here, uncertain of their future, leave this place fully equipped, confident, and ready to contribute to this nation's development. That transformation is what really drives us as KVTC. This inauguration ceremony marks a new chapter in the story, one that our board chairperson will speak to in greater detail. But let me simply say this. We are ready to train our students to industry's expectation. Our staff is ready, our students are ready, and this institution is ready to rise to the full potential of what this day represents. Distinguished guests, we have prepared a program for today that we hope will give you a true sense of what KVTC and the project for promoting youth employment through construction equipment operating skills training stands for. Our values, our people, and our aspirations. We invite you to engage and see for yourselves the spirit that drives this institution. To our students, our students there. Okay, to our students who are present today, I want you to look around this facility and let it settle in your hearts. This is for you. Every piece of equipment, every classroom, every partnership represented in this room exists because of people believe in your potential. Honor that, work hard, be disciplined, be safe, and make KVTC proud. To our partners and guests, please feel at home. KVTC is your institution too, and today is a match your celebrations as it is ours. Once again, you are mostly welcome, and thank you. Thank you. At this juncture, I will hand over to the Director of Ceremonies to continue the program. Thank you.
Another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now, behind every successful institution stands a governance structure that ensures accountability and success, adhering to the vision and, of course, long-term sustainability. The KVTC board provides such leadership and oversight that keeps the institution focused on excellence in vocational training. It is therefore my pleasure, distinguished invited guests, to invite the chairperson of the KVTC board, Reverend Hendy Walia, to address this gathering. Please, a big round of applause for Reverend Hendy Walia.
Greetings to everyone. the Honorable Minister of Technology and Science, who is our guest of honor, represented by Honorable Minister Elisha Matambo, MP, His Excellency, the Ambassador of Japan to Zambia, Mr. Akiteru Mikami. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to ride on the protocols already observed. On behalf of the board of Quito Vocational Training Center, it is my distinct honor and privilege to address you at this historic occasion, the inauguration of the Heavy Equipment Operator Training Workshop. Today represents a defining moment in the life of our institution. The board is firmly committed to ensuring that KVTC continues to deliver high-quality vocational and entrepreneurship training that is responsive to national development needs and labor market demands. The facility we commissioned today is a direct expression of that commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, the inauguration of this Heavy Equipment Operator Training Workshop is a powerful affirmation of the vision that has guided this institution since 1998, to provide high-quality vocational and entrepreneurship training that promotes self-reliance, productivity, and national development. For us as a board, this modern facility is more than new infrastructure. It is a working classroom, a training ground, and a platform for skills development. It will change how our institution teaches, how our students learn, and how we prepare them for the world of work. Ladies and gentlemen, this modern facility has been designed to support high-quality, industry-aligned training. It has the capacity to host up to 50 students per session, supported by 2 fully equipped classrooms on the side with modern training aids, and a spacious training workshop that has been converted into where we are seated today. This is a serious workshop with a designated machine parking and maintenance bay. This integrated learning environment enables effective theory to practice training and strengthens safety, professionalism, and operational competence. This workshop is the result of 5 years of dedicated collaboration under the Project for Promoting Youth Empowerment through Construction Equipment Operating Skills Training. Since the program began, over 1,000 applications have been received, reflecting the strong desire among Zambia's youth to acquire high-value skills that lead to sustainable employment and improved livelihoods. To date, the program has trained 391 learners and conducted 11 training of trainers programs, strengthening both student competence and institutional instructional capacity. Out of those trained, 381 graduates are now fully qualified and ready to join Zambia's mining, construction, and infrastructure workforce, contributing directly to national productivity. Ladies and gentlemen, before the establishment of this workshop, KVTC's annual intake in heavy equipment operations was limited to approximately 125 students. With the construction of this facility and the provision of modern equipment, our annual training capacity has increased significantly to over 300 students per year. Oh yes. Enabling us to respond more effectively to growing industry demand. This expansion marks a major step forward in strengthening Zambia's technical skills base. We express our sincere appreciation to the government of the Republic of Zambia through the Ministry of Technology and Science for its visionary leadership and unwavering support. The TVET bursary scheme has been transformational for our students. By covering tuition, boarding, and examination fees, it has enabled many young people from vulnerable backgrounds to access quality technical education. As we all know, the president keeps resounding the phrase, education is the great equalizer. In 2025, 150 students benefited from bursary support under our heavy equipment operator programs. In 2026, that number has risen to 458. Selected beneficiaries, an increase that reflects both growing demand and the government's strengthened commitment to inclusive skills development. Many of the learners who will train in this workshop are here today because of this support. And for this, we are deeply grateful to the government of the Republic of Zambia. To the government of Japan, we extend our heartfelt thanks for your generous grant support. Your investment in Zambia's human capital reflects a partnership grounded in mutual respect, shared values, and a long-term vision for prosperity. Your confidence has elevated KVTC to new levels of excellence, as we all can witness here. To UNIDO and Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia, the board extends its sincere gratitude. The approximately $4 million investment into equipment, simulators, infrastructure, and trainer development reflects strong confidence in Zambia's human capital potential. Let's give them a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not merely transactional partnerships. They are strategic relationships designed to produce sustainable outcomes. And the board commits to translating every investment into measurable impact. Ladies and gentlemen, encouraged by the results of this project, the board fully supports KVTC's readiness to participate in the next stage of skills development for Zambia's mining sector. The proposed second phase will enable the institution to expand into advanced areas such as heavy equipment maintenance, automation, and remote controlled machinery, while strengthening capacity in mechanical fitting, electrical systems, and modern diagnostics. As a board, we are committed to providing the governance framework and strategic oversight needed to ensure that KVTC grows as a national and regional center of excellence. This workshop aligns closely with KVTC's 2026 to 2028 strategic plan and supports the institution's broader agenda for growth, quality improvement, and expanded access to skills training. Ladies and gentlemen, the board assures all our stakeholders that this facility will be managed with the highest standards of professionalism and integrity. We commit to optimal utilization to maximize training output, regular maintenance to protect this important investment, continuous curriculum improvement guided by industry needs, strong industry linkages for internships and job placement, inclusive access especially for women and disadvantaged youth, and transparent reporting on outcomes and impact. This facility is a national asset, and we shall steward it responsibly for the benefit of present and future generations. To our students who are seated here, this facility is your platform, a powerful expression of the confidence that many partners have placed in your potential. Make full use of this opportunity by striving for technical excellence, cultivating discipline, embracing safety, and building strong integrity and work ethic. Zambia needs skilled operators to build our roads, support our mines, and strengthen our infrastructure. And you are that generation. Rise to the challenge, students, and lead the nation forward. As we commission this heavy equipment operator training workshop, we celebrate that what we have achieved. But more importantly, we renew our commitment to what lies ahead. Training, empowering, and deploying a skilled generation of young Zambians. As I conclude my remarks, allow me to say that together we are strengthening human capital. Together we are advancing economic diversification. Together we are building a future of opportunity and prosperity. Thank you for believing in KVTC, and thank you for investing in Zambia's youth. Thank you for walking this transformative journey with us. I thank you all.
Thank you so much, Board Chairperson. Indeed, education is an equalizer, and it's good to note that this institution will more than double its capacity to train students in this field. Distinguished guests, this auspicious occasion is a result of global technical expertise meeting national plans as enshrined in Zambia's 8th National Development Plan. Now, the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, provided expertise to this particular project, designed and delivered it. As the implementing partner of this project, UNIDO is responsible for the technical design, the quality assurance, instructor development, and ensuring the program meets the international standards required. And through this partnership, 381 young Zambians have already graduated as certified heavy equipment operators. That deserves a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. With nearly 30% being women, another milestone, a powerful step toward gender inclusion in a traditionally male-dominated field. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to welcome Ms. Verpi Stuki, the Chief of Fair Production, Sustainability and Trade at UNIDO, to address us.
Okay, thank you very much, MC. Honorable Copperbelt Provincial Minister, Mr. Matambo, on behalf of Minister of Technology and Science, Mr. Mutati, Ambassador of Japan to Zambia, His Excellency, Mr. Mikami, Resident Coordinator of the UN in Zambia, Ms. Mutali, President of the Hitachi Construction Machinery to Zambia, Mr. Saito, Director General of Teveta, Mr. Takaiza, Board Chairperson of Kitwe Vocational Training Center, Reverend Mr. Valia, Principal of Kitwe Vocational Training Center, Mr. Kakoma. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. The first time I was here in the Copperbelt region was in 2014. So that's 12 years ago. And I'm very glad to be back here again because I can see the level of investments going into this region. Everything is bigger today. I landed yesterday at the airport, and this is like, it's amazing, the size. Everything is very structured, investor ready, and of course this is very understandable knowing that the hunger for minerals is very, very high today to improve the green transition. And the Copperbelt region of Zambia is definitely benefiting from that shift. But what makes me very, very, very happy is to see how this transition benefits the young people of Zambia and this region. And this is the reason that I'm very honored to be here today on behalf of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, to inaugurate the Heavy Equipment Operator Workshop at the KVTC. Today, I would like to share 3 simple words: skills, strength, and success. The first word is skills. Skills to empower youth through hands-on, demand-driven training. Technical and vocational education and training is the critical bridge between the employment and the labor market. And through this project and through the involvement of industry in all phases of it, we make sure that we are closing this skills gap because we are training what industry needs us to train. The project, as we have heard, has been implemented since 2021 with the government of Zambia and Japan and with the Hitachi Construction Machinery. So I would like to really thank all the partners for the success of today. We have heard some of the numbers already, but let me repeat them again because these are very important. So the investment has been a little bit more than $4 million US dollars. And through this, we have been able to strengthen the infrastructure. So we are in that infrastructure today. We have modernized curricula. We have enhanced the instructor capacity and, of course, trained young people. Let me repeat some of the numbers that we have heard already. By the time we have ended the ceremony, everybody can know these numbers by heart. But we have received applications for more than 1,000 people and young people. So we know that the demand is there. What we also have heard is that 30% of the 130 trainees and graduates are women. And here I would like to pause a while. 30%. I come from Finland, and we are known to be equal in terms of gender balance, but in my country, it's about 10%. So you are doing a lot better, so I think it's a good reason for applause. And for all the young women here, since this is male-dominated area, the salaries are higher. So congratulations for you. Choosing the right path and right area of work. Now let me go into my second word, and that's strength. Strength through partnerships and shared commitment. The project and the agreement today, it really reflects the collaboration between public, private, and the development sector. The public sector, through the government and ministries, they are setting the vision, they are showing the leadership for this country. Industry partners ensure that the training meets the demand and therefore contributes to actual jobs. And development partners support through resources, but coordination, but also ensuring that the training meets the international standards. Together with the partners, we have strengthened the institutional capacity of KBTC. We have seen the facilities, and these efforts, when it comes to curricular development, trainer instruction training, and so forth, are very much industry aligned. They are also competency-based and sustainable. We heard from the board member just now, and I'm really confident that the results will be sustained. Now, this brings to my third word, which is success. Success for young people, for the economy, and for the continent. Success means that young graduates entering the workforce have the confidence and the competence. It means that industry are gaining the skilled operators that they need, not only for the productivity, but very importantly for health and safety. Mining and construction, they are accident-prone industries, and we need to make sure that we are operating safely. And for the government and Zambia, it also means that the country is strengthening its position within the competitive and ever-evolving mining industry. Of course, this initiative is very much aligned with Zambia's Vision 2030 and contributes to the Sustainable Development Goals. So thereby we are linking the national priorities with international goals. Ladies and gentlemen, the Heavy Equipment Operator Training Project forms part of UNIDO's broader and expanding portfolio in Zambia in the mining and industrial sectors. UNIDO is working closely with the government of Zambia, but also other partners to develop new pipeline projects and initiatives. For example, the new Smart Mine project, which inception phase started earlier this year, will advance skills in technology and responsible mining. At the same time, we are also working with the European Union for a complementary initiative supporting skills development in the artisanal and small-scale mining sectors. Together with these ongoing and future initiatives, we are ensuring that we are strengthening the institutional capacity, the TVET sector, and thereby we are meeting the evolving needs of the mining sector in Zambia. So this is what success looks like. Empowered young people, stronger institutions, and more resilient industrial sector. In conclusion, today's inauguration is more than opening a workshop. It's more than cutting the ribbon. It represents skills that empower youth, strength through partnerships and success that benefits individuals, industry, and the nation. Together, we are shaping a more resilient and prosperous future. Thank you so much for your attention.
Please, another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the United Nations systems in Zambia work closely with the government of the Republic to ensure a push towards the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, as well as the National Development Agenda. Today's initiative stands as a clear example of how the UN system supports practical and measurable solutions that create jobs and empower young people. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, allow me to call to the podium the United Nations Resident Coordinator in Zambia, Ms. Beatrice Mutali, to address us.
Thank you, Program Director. Honorable Provincial Minister for the Copper Belt, Honorable Elisha Matambo, standing in for the Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, His Excellency the Ambassador of Japan to Zambia, the Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia representative, my colleague from UNIDO, who is the Chief of Production, students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to rest on the protocol already observed. It is a great honor and a privilege to join you today on behalf of the United Nations system in Zambia at this important milestone in the country's journey towards skills development, youth empowerment, and sustainable growth. Today's inauguration of the Heavy Equipment Operator Training Workshop reflects the strong commitment of the government of Zambia and its partners to investing in human capital, particularly young women and men, as the foundation of national transformation and economic resilience. For the students who will train here, this facility is a gateway to dignity, decent work, and economic independence. It is a place where potential is transformed into productivity and where ambition is matched with opportunity. This initiative is a clear demonstration that Zambia recognizes that the future of development lies not only in infrastructure and industry, but in people, in their knowledge, in their skills, creativity, and their ability to innovate. At the United Nations, we firmly believe that quality education, relevant skills, and decent work are essential pillars of inclusive and sustainable development. This facility will contribute to these priorities by equipping young people with practical, market-oriented competencies that respond to the real needs of the labor market. Through this project, hundreds of young people will be equipped with internationally competitive technical skills. We are especially encouraged by the deliberate efforts to expand access for young women and marginalized groups, ensuring that no one is left behind in Zambia's development journey. This investment, therefore, advances not only economic growth, but also social inclusion, gender equality, and intergenerational opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, this initiative aligns strongly with Zambia's national development agenda and the sustainable development goals that Zambia has signed up to, particularly in advancing quality education, decent work, industry and innovation, and strong partnerships. We commend the leadership of the Ministry of Technology and Science for its strategic direction and unwavering commitment to strengthening the technical and vocational education and training sector. We further express our deep appreciation to the government and people of Japan for their continued partnership in promoting people, and the technical leadership of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, which has ensured quality, efficiency, and impact in project implementation. We also warmly acknowledge Hitachi Construction Machinery for its strong private sector partnership, provision of modern equipment, technical expertise, and commitment to workforce development. Ladies and gentlemen, as we've heard, this project exemplifies the power of partnerships where national leadership, international cooperation, private sector engagement, and community-owned coverage converge around a shared development vision. It demonstrates what is possible when policy coherence, institutional capacity, and sustained investment work together in a results-oriented manner. We are particularly encouraged by the potential of this facility to serve as a model of skills development across Zambia and the wider region. It provides a strong foundation for replication, scaling, and innovation within the TVET system. It also reinforces the role of institutions such as Kitwe Vocational Training Center as strategic partners in national development. We also encourage continued alignment as we move forward between curricula and labor market demand, and stronger engagement with the private sector, as well as systematic tracking of graduate outcomes. As we celebrate the achievements that we have today, let us reaffirm our collective responsibility to protect this facility, utilize it efficiently, maintain high standards of excellence, and ensure that it serves generations to come. Let us move forward with renewed determination to transform skills into jobs, training into enterprise, and opportunity into national progress. I thank you for your attention and wish this initiative every success. Thank you.
That was the UN resident coordinator in Zambia, Ms. Beatrice Mutali. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is important to note that skills development must be closely aligned with the needs of industry. Now, Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia plays a critical role in ensuring that graduates from this program are trained using equipment and standards recognized by employers in the mining and construction sectors. Their involvement ensures that trainees leave KVTC not only certified but ready for the real working world. Mr. Nobuhiko Saito is the company president for Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia. Please, a big round of applause as he comes to deliver his speech.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and a pleasure to me to be with you today at the inaugural of Heavy Equipment Operator Training Workshop at the Kitoe Vocational Training Center. Please allow me to respectfully acknowledge our guest of honor, the Honorable Elisha Matamba, Copperbelt Provincial Minister, His Excellency Mr. Akiteo Mikami, Ambassador of Japan to the Republic of Zambia, the representatives of United Nations and partner organizations, the leadership of TEBETA and KVTech, and all distinguished guests present here today. Today marks an important milestone in our joint project promoting youth employment through construction equipment operating skill training. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all partners for strong cooperation and commitment demonstrated over the past 4 years. Hitachi Construction Machinery has been proud to contribute technical expertise to ensure that this program reflects real industrial needs, working closely with KVTech instructors and project partners. Our engineers and the training teams have supported the development of modern, practical, and safety-focused training approach that meets international standards. We were also honored to sponsor 5 Zambian trainers for a training of trainers program in Japan. Through this experience, they gained advanced technical knowledge, modern training method, and a strong sense of discipline. We are confident that these trainers will play a key role in strengthening Zambia's capacity for skill development. In addition, we are pleased to have donated a dump truck simulator to KVTech. This important training tool allows students to build confidence, precision, and safety awareness in a controlled environment before operating real machines. Together with TEBETA, we also participated in curriculum review and alignment to ensure compliance with national standards and global expectations. As we open this new workshop today, we are not simply opening the facility. We are creating new opportunities for Zambia's youth and contributing to a long-term development of the country's industrial workforce. This project is well aligned with the government of Zambia's national strategy to increase copper production to 3 million tons per year by 2031. Achieving this ambitious goal will require not only investment in the infrastructure, but also a highly skilled workforce capable of operating modern equipment safely and efficiently. Through skill development and capacity building, the private sector has an important role to play in supporting this national vision. Looking to the future, Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia remains committed to deepening its support for skill development in this country. We have expressed this commitment through a letter of intent for a proposed phase 2 of the program. Discussions are currently ongoing, and the next phase, if approved, would focus on advanced training modern technologies, and the long-term sustainable of skill development for construction and mining sectors. However, this cannot be achieved by one organization alone. We respectfully call upon all partners, KVTech, TEBETA, UNIDO, the government of Zambia, industry stakeholders, and the government of Japan through its embassy, to continue working together to shape the next phase of this important initiative. When Zambia and Japan work together, strong and lasting results are achieved. In this same spirit of partnership, Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia and KVTech will today sign a memorandum of understanding. This MOU represents the beginning of the deeper and long-term collaboration beyond this single project. In Japan, we have a saying, Ichigo Ichie, meaning to cherish every encounter. We sincerely hope that today's encounter will lead to many more years of cooperation. In closing, I would like to thank all partners for their dedication, trust, and shared vision. To the young people who will be trained in this workshop, this facility is your gateway to opportunity. We believe in your potential and remain committed to supporting your journey into the world of industry. Thank you very much, and Zikomo 1 billion.
Indeed, it is a Zikomo Kwambiri. Please, a big round of applause for Mr. Saito. Now, while skills development, ladies and gentlemen, must closely be aligned with the needs of industry, technical and vocational training require that national standards are met to guarantee competence, credibility, as well as quality. The Technical Education, Vocational, Entrepreneurship Training Authority, TEVETA, is there to ensure this. Now, I would also like to draw your attention to the fact that KVTC is on track to be formally recognized as a center of excellency, a reflection of the high standards represented here today. Please, a big round of applause for KVTC. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Mr. Cleopas Takaiza, the Director General of TEVETA.
What collaboration can do if we put our efforts together. It aligns very well and directly with TEVETA's revised strategic plan for 2025 to 2027, which prioritized the expansion of competence-based training, strengthening industry linkages, and also improving quality and relevance. Previous speakers have spoken. A lot of work went through this. We reviewed the curriculum together. Hitachi and the other industry partners were on board under the expertise and guidance which also provided from UNIDO and the other international partners. We produced a very good curriculum, guest of honor. But we realized that having a document, a good curriculum, is not sufficient. We need a proper learning environment with the right tools, right teaching aids, and equipment. And we are grateful that Hitachi was on hand and it has provided all the necessary tools and equipment, including the infrastructure that you are launching today, which now will enable us to roll out the revised curriculum in a more competence-based manner. Heavy equipment operations, guest of honor, is a critical area that directly supports Zambia's infrastructure development, mining sector productivity, and construction industry growth. From the time, guest of honor, that you broadened the CDF, we saw growth in terms of enrollments, but we also saw growth in terms of demand for skills such as this one, heavy equipment operations. And the challenge that we have had as your regulator, because of this excess demand, each and every entrepreneur wanted to open up a training facility to train operators. But to train an operator, you must have the equipment. And also to assess competency, you must place a learner on an equipment so that they demonstrate if they know what they are doing or not. What you just launched in the other building there will give us an opportunity now to identify some of the centers, such as these ones, to be assessment centers. Yes, you can train anywhere, but you must be assessed here, and the machine will speak to you. So that when we are awarding a certificate, we are sure that someone is able to demonstrate the right competency. Therefore, by investing in this specialized training infrastructure, we are addressing directly the skills gaps that industry has consistently identified, and we are ensuring that our graduates possess the hands-on competencies, not just the theoretical knowledge, but also the actual competencies that the employers want. This facility, guest of honor, puts KVTC in a position which makes it easier for them to comply with the minimum training standards that we are promoting. They now sit in a position where now they have even applied for us to recognize them as a center of excellence for heavy equipment operator training. It's in the process. There will be an assessment that is being conducted, and if they meet all the criteria, you or your counterpart will be here again to witness the conferment of that center of excellence status. Now, guest of honor, allow me to say one or two things, because there are not so many institutions that we have in the country that have had an opportunity to benefit from cooperating partners to the extent that equipment has been procured at high cost, including infrastructure such as this. I want to implore KVTC here that we must now put this facility to good use. First of all, maintain it, but also make very good use of it, use it effectively. What do I mean? I'm happy that the numbers have grown. They have gone up in terms of the numbers that you are churning out. But for you to be able to use it effectively, effectiveness shall be measured by the quality and the quantities of the skills that you'll be churning out. But that also is commensurate to the capacity of your trainers to be able to use these facilities. Okay? But you are not in it alone. TEVETA also manages a skills development fund, which has a window for staff capacity building. So take advantage of that. I also want to commend KVTC and the partners for the unwavering commitment to improving quality. I was impressed with the message from the board chairperson. So management, please, it's now the board will not always be sitting in this institution. It is management's responsibility. We are here to support you. Let's maintain this facility, but also let's ensure that even if these partners came 10 years from now, they must find us improving. But also they should get reports that the graduates that are going out there are getting the quality skills that we have, that government wants us to do. I also wish to acknowledge the strategic support that the government of Japan and UNIDO, whose partnership has continued to strengthen Zambia's TVET ecosystem. Such collaboration exemplifies the stakeholder engagement that is essential for sustainable skills development. I would like to encourage you, our partners. You can do more. There are many other centers that are in need. We have dealt with this one, but we also encourage you to step out and also help other institutions. The population of Zambia is big. Guest of honor, I'm saying this, probably I shouldn't have been saying, but let me say it is an opportunity for me to say it. As a regulator, we find it very difficult to balance between equality and enabling access to skills. So when an opportunity such as this comes, it makes our work easier as your regulator. That's why I'm saying this. So as we look into the future, let us remember that skills are the new global currency for our people. The hands-on and entrepreneurship skills are what the world is looking for. Through facilities such as these ones, through competence-based training, and through strong partnerships between regulators such as ourselves, training providers such as KVTC, and industries such as Hitachi, we should be in a position to better equip our Zambian youth with the practical competencies that they need to take up meaningful jobs, to be entrepreneurs, but also to help drive productivity and competitiveness. Together, we are doing more than just training individuals. We are building a skilled and productive, competitive workshop that will drive Zambia's growth. We need to live a better Zambia than we have it today. Thank you very much, guest of honor.
Thank you so much. Certainly, that was an address from Tebeta. The partnership between Zambia and Japan has long been built on mutual respect and a shared belief in power of human development. Japan's contribution to this initiative represents both support and a strategic bilateral investment in Zambia's future workforce. The partnership reflects a shared vision which states that when young people are equipped with the right skills, they become the drivers of economic transformation. It is my honor at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, to invite His Excellency Akiteru Mikami, the Ambassador of Japan to Zambia, to deliver his remarks. Please, a big round of applause for the Ambassador.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Elisha Mutambo, Provincial Minister of Copperbelt, Ms. Beatrice Mutari, the United Nations Zambia Resident Coordinator, Ms. Phyllis Stuckey, UNIDO Chief of Fair Production, Sustainability and Trade, Mr. Cleophas Takaiza, Technical Education, Vocational and Entrepreneurship Training Authority Director, Mr. Saito Nobuhiko, President, Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia, the KVTC Board and Management, KVTC Principal and Principals from other Tibet institutions, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me to be here today and be part of this inauguration ceremony of the Kitwe Vocational Training Center KVTC, also known as the New Heavy Equipment Operator Training Workshop. I'd like to begin by extending my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Elisha Mutambo, Provincial Minister of Copperbelt, for your presence at this auspicious event, and to UNIDO, Hitachi, KVTC, and all involved for their diligent efforts in ensuring the resounding success of this project. This newly inaugurated facility was made possible through grant assistance from the Government of Japan, amounting to approximately $3.6 million under the project for promoting youth employment through construction equipment operating skills training. This significant project was launched in September 2021 as a public-private partnership, uniting the governments of Japan and Zambia, UNIDO, and Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia. It is noteworthy that within Zambia, the demand for skilled professionals capable of operating heavy machinery and other construction equipment has steadily increased, driven by robust robust economic growth and the expansion of the mining sector and urban infrastructure projects. Despite this trend, a considerable number of young individuals face difficulties in securing employment due to limited access to quality education and specialized skill training. Consequently, it is an urgent and paramount imperative to foster young people equipped with essential skills through institutionalized vocational and skills training that is contributing to the nation's economic development. Ladies and gentlemen, the project is designed to bolster the Zambian government's endeavors in continuously and effectively providing skills training to the Zambian people by establishing a vocational training facility in Kitwe, a pivotal mining hub of the country. This initiative was realized through the collaborative efforts of UNIDO, the Zambian government, and related organizations, including Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia. I highly commend their cooperation, leveraging their respective strengths. During the implementation of the project, I am aware that there were certain challenges due to the impact of COVID-19 and power shortages caused by severe drought. As a result, the period for program implementation and verification was extended by 1 year. Nonetheless, I am very pleased to witness the successful completion of the center, a testament to the collaborative spirit among all stakeholders in overcoming these obstacles. By providing the most needed skills in the mining industry, which directly contributes to Zambia's sustainable development to a wider range of talented young Zambians, I am convinced that the prevailing shortage of skilled professionals can be substantially alleviated. This initiative will greatly contribute to Zambia's goal of increasing copper production to 3 million tons by 2031. Looking ahead, the training program is scheduled to continue until November of this year. Even after the project's conclusion, it is gratifying to note that the Zambian government and related organizations will take the lead of the project and ensure continued training for the Zambian people. This continuity will foster the creation of stable employment opportunities for young people and ultimately boosting the growth of the private sector and the Zambian economy. It is my sincere hope that this project will serve as a catalyst for the economic development of Zambia. Once again, I wish to express my gratitude to all the stakeholders who have contributed to this endeavor. Japan remains steadfast in its commitment to strengthen the enduring relations between Japan and Zambia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the government of the Republic of Zambia has placed skills development at the center of national transformation, as articulated in the 8th National Development Plan. The facility we inaugurate today, where we are, is a direct expression of that commitment and translates policy into real opportunities for Zambia's youth. It is therefore my distinct honor at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, to invite the Director of Vocational Education Training at the Ministry of Technology and Science, Ms. Precious Lisulo, to come forth and invite the Honorable Minister of Technology and Science of the Republic of Zambia, Honorable Felix Chipota Mtati, here represented by the Copper Belt Minister, Honorable Elisha Matambo. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for Ms. Lisulo.
Guests of honor, sir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me, guests of honor, to ride on the protocols already observed, and I recognize all the dignitaries that are on the high table. But before I call upon the guest of honor to come in front and deliver his keynote address, I would like just to share with you as a sum up of all the presentations that have been given by the different speakers before me. What I've come up to conclude is that we may be aware that the TVET sector is tripartite. It starts with policy direction, policy formulation, and that is done by government. Then we have regulation, where we want to put controls, where we want to see thematic areas based on the policy direction that government has given being conducted. And these speak to issues of access that we have heard from the speakers, issues of quality and relevance with industry, issues of equity and inclusion, and also financial sustainability. That is the second tripartite arrangement I'm talking about, regulation. Then the last one is the implementation part. In the implementation part, that's where we have the training institutions implementing or interpreting the policy direction that government provides. In this case that we have come here for, we'll see that policy, regulation, and implementation, the three legs, all fit into industry. We feed into industry. For us to feed into industry, we have to have support from cooperating partners, we have to have support from donors, we have to have support from government itself, and also from other stakeholders that are involved in the skills development space. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the ministry to indicate that on Friday, there is another policy direction that government has provided, and this is the policy of having a first ever national apprenticeship program that will be launched in Livingston 27th March. This program, it's the first of its kind that is trying to enhance the provision of skills development in the country, and would want to ensure that the graduates or the students that are passing through our TVET institutions through the implementation part are those graduates that are easily accessed or accessible or absorbed by industry. We envisage to see to it that this apprenticeship program that will be launched this Friday will be able to speak to the pillars of our 8th National Development Plan, specifically the economic transformation and job creation. Also, the human and social development that we respond to as Minister of Technology and Science. So that was just an announcement that I wanted to talk or speak with you as Director VET. But at this juncture, allow me to put on another jacket of Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Technology and Science, representative, to call upon our guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Copperbelt Province, Honorable Elisha Matambo, to come, MP, to come and deliver the keynote address. Honorable Minister, I call upon you, sir.
Thank you very much. You may take your seats. I think I'll try to go in reverse. I'll break protocol a little bit. It's just fair that my DC can come and welcome us and greet the people. We are in his district. Come, DC, and greet the people.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. May I simply say that I observe the protocol that has been established. For those of you who have come from Lusaka, you are very much welcome to the heart of the Copper Belt. And for the rest of you that live in the Copper Belt, you are welcome to this exciting event. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. He was welcoming you to Kitwe. I'm now welcoming you to Kopala, Copper Belt. Welcome to Copper Belt Province. I'm standing in for my elder brother, the Minister of Technology. And the speech I'll read, it's coming from him. I'll try to add some few things at the end of the speech that will come from my heart. I want to recognize the presence of Ambassador of Japan to Zambia, His Excellency Akituri Mikami, the United Nations Resident Coordinator, Ms. Beatrice Mtali, the DC Commissioner for Kitwe, distinguished senior government officials present, UNIDO Chief of Affairs, Production, Sustainability and Trade, Ms. Vip Stark, the Technical Education, Vocation and Entrepreneurship Training Authority, TVET Director General, Mr. Kerfas Kaiser, Itach Construction Machinery Zambia Company President, Mr. Nohiku Naito, the KVTC Board and Management led by Reverend Mbwalia, the servant of God. Thank you for coming. The KVTC principal and principals from other TVET institutions. I've seen the principal from NOTEC and others. I want to recognize you. Members of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the students who are here. It is with great honor and deep pride that I join today for the inauguration of the Heavy Equipment Operator Training Workshop at the Kitwe Vocational Training Center. This occasion marks far more than the commissioning of this infrastructure. It signifies the commissioning of opportunity, productivity, and transformation. Above all, it represents our collective investment in the future of Zambia's skilled workforce. Ladies and gentlemen, today we affirm a simple but powerful truth that no nation can rise beyond the capacity of its people. A skilled, innovative, and disciplined workforce remains the foundation of sustainable development, competitiveness, and shared prosperity. It is for this reason that under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, the New Dawn government has placed technology, science, innovation, and skills development at the very center of our national development agenda. We are deliberately transforming technical and vocational education and training, TVET, into a strategic pillar of Zambia's economic transformation. This facility stands as a powerful expression of our resolve to prepare young Zambians with practical competence, credible qualifications, strong professional confidence, and sustainable pathways to productive employment. Ladies and gentlemen, a modern and inclusive skills system must be accessible to all through the TVET bursary scheme and other financing mechanisms. Government continues to expand opportunities for young people from all backgrounds to participate in skills development. I think if I was given to mark a paper for President Hakainde Hichilema, when it comes to what he has done for young people the past 4 years, I will give him, out of 10, I will give him 9.99%. Because everything he has done the past 4 years plus is still tilted towards the young people. The employment of more than 42,000 teachers is about the young people. The employment of our men in uniform is about the young people. I can go on and go on mentioning different things. The free education from grade 1 to grade 12 is about the young people. The increment in terms of bursaries and loans at the university is about the young people. The introduction of meal allowances is about young people. This workshop, I know some CDF students who come here, and I think they've started coming. In my province alone, we have trained more than 15,000 young people. To date, over 600 heavy equipment operators, students have been supported with bursaries. In 2025, 150 students benefited from the program, while in 2026, the number increased significantly to 458 students, a growth of more than 200% in just 1 year. I think the board chairman talked about this. This demonstrates our growing commitment to inclusive skills development and youth empowerment. We are building a system where talent and commitment, not financial circumstances, determine access to quality training. This initiative should not be viewed merely as social spending. It is a strategic investment and national building. This is how we translate skills into jobs, jobs into growth, and growth into national prosperity. Distinguished guests, the development of this training workshop forms part of broader skills development project valued at approximately $4 million US. That's not a joke. I think we can clap for the sponsors. This flagship initiative has been under implementation since 2021 and is being delivered through a strong partnership between the United Nations Industrial Development Organization and the private sector partner, Hitachi Construction Machinery. The project focuses on, number one, strengthening institutional capacity. Number two, upgrading training infrastructure. Number three, modernizing curricula. Number four, building instructor competence. And five, expanding access to industrial-aligned training in heavy equipment operation. I am pleased to note that since its inception, 391 students have been enrolled and 381 have successfully graduated, a completion rate of 97%. These skilled professionals are now contributing to the Zambia's mining, construction, and infrastructure sectors, thereby strengthening national productivity and competitiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, building on this success, government is already engaging our partners on a second phase that will broaden mining-related skills development. This next stage will strengthen training in equipment maintenance, automation, and environmental monitoring. This approach aligns with our national critical mineral strategy and commitment to expanding production in a responsible, sustainable, and globally competitive manner. To the students, present and future, this facility represents trust in your potential and confidence in your future. You are future professionals, future leaders, and national builders. The skills you acquire here will sharpen our infrastructure, strengthen our industries, uplift families, and expand opportunities across our country. I therefore urge you to approach your training with discipline, integrity, ambition, and excellence. Let your professionalism reflect the quality and potential of Zambian talent. To our industrial partners, we invite you to deepen collaboration with our training institutions through workplace exposure, talent development, and employment pathways. Together, we can ensure that skills development translates into directly economic value and national competitiveness. Distinguished guests, as I conclude, allow me to reiterate that this heavy equipment operator training workshop represents far more than steel and machinery. It embodies our collective commitment to building a skilled, innovative and competitive workforce capable of driving economic transformation and securing a prosperous future for our nation. These remarks, and in the presence of our distinguished guests, it is now my singular honor and privilege to officially declare the Heavy Equipment Operator Training Workshop at Kitwe Vocational Training Center duly inaugurated, commissioned, and operational. Let me just add that Copper Belt previously was used to bad news, but the past 4 years we have become used to good news, because we have a president whom I've been saying, Reverend, that he has a spirit of Ezekiel 37 to resurrect the dead things. A lot of dead things in all the sectors have been resurrected. What we are doing here, this workshop is just finishing the equation of the mining sector, which was dead and is now back to life. We know that Mopane was, I've been saying Mopane was in intensive care unit. KCM was in the mortuary. 28 shaft, which was closed 23 years ago, was just like it was at the graveyard. KCM is back to life. Mopane is back to life. We have finished pumping 175 million cubic meters of water from 28 shafts. And it's now back to life because it will open earlier than expected. The president will be coming shortly to commission or the groundbreaking of Mingomba shaft. You saw him doing the groundbreaking of Lubambe shaft. In short, the entire mining sector of the Copper Belt province is back to life. Already, Mopane has employed close to 4,000 people, new jobs. KCM will be employing. 28 shafts will be employing not less than 3,000 people. Lubambe, for them to do the shaft, they will employ not less than 2,000. Mingomba will employ not less than 2,000. In short, the mining sector, the past few years we've been in office, they have created not less than 30,000 jobs. And looking forward, the production in all the mines, which were almost dying, the graph is going up every day. We are trying to chase our 3 million ton target per annum. For that to happen, we will require skills. We will require skilled youths. Hence, the opening of this workshop is just completing the equation to fulfill the dream of President Hakainde Hichilema, who is the vision carrier of our government. So to our partners, to the sponsors, I am on my knees as a minister for the province to say, that is Lamba saying thank you very much. As provincial administration, we will remain alert and support you in every way possible. And to our students, to the staff, the principal, and everyone, please let us guard these equipments, state-of-the-art equipment like when I was operating there. Let's guard them jealously. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Please, another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This workshop has officially been inaugurated by the Honorable Minister. It's an auspicious occasion. Thank you so much. And now that this workshop is officially operational with the blessing of the Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, we move to the next item on our program this afternoon. And what we're about to witness is the formalization of a long-term partnership between training and industry. Now, Quito Vocational Training Center and Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia will now sign a memorandum of understanding ensuring continued collaboration in training, equipment support, and industry alignment to also continue working together in the years to come to ensure quality to Zambian youths. Please allow me at this juncture to invite the President of Hitachi, Mr. Nobuhito Saito, to come to the front, as well as from Teveta, I believe the board chairperson, the principal, to obviously take part in the signing of the MOU that we're going to witness this afternoon. This is an important milestone, ladies and gentlemen, that signals the relationship between training and industry and will obviously go in a long way in facilitating all that the MOU covers in as far as training as well as readying students for the industry is concerned. Now, this is an important undertaking because it helps the institution to deliver the best quality training to students, as well as Hitachi to render the much needed technical support for these processes. Hitachi Machinery Construction Zambia and the Quito Vocational Training Center. The president of Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia, Mr. Nobuhito Saito, on hand, and the principal of KVTC, Mr. Kakoma, as well on hand. And right after the signing ceremony is completed, please, photographers, get ready to initially take photos of the MOU signing itself, the handshake, and then we're going to have a group photo that, ladies and gentlemen, will require our high table to join in so that we can have that group photo. Our traditional dancers, please get ready right after the group photo. It will be your 15 minutes to shine. Please, a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The MOU has been signed, and we look forward to a great partnership between Hitachi and KBTC. Honorable Minister, I invite you to join in front as we take a group photo, and the rest of the high table, please do join the Honorable Minister in front for a group photo. It is in this spirit of partnership that today all of us witness an auspicious event that has allowed industry and training to collaborate towards great achievement, success, and so much more that is in store. What you see in front of you is testament of what collaboration brings about, and also success that awaits this endeavor. Thank you so much. Now, distinguished guests, as we celebrate this important milestone today, we once again turn to culture to mark the spirit of partnership and progress. Please get to enjoy this awesome piece of performance by our traditional dance troupe this afternoon. Please, a big round of applause. Thank you so much. So much energy, so much splendor. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have heard from the government, with the Honorable Minister obviously officially opening this workshop, our international partners and institutional representatives. Perhaps now it's time for us to listen to the most important and powerful voice in this room. A voice of someone whose life has already been transformed by this particular program. A graduate and professional heavy equipment operator working in the mining sector. She is part of the 30%, ladies and gentlemen, and her story is proof that this investment in skills produces real outcomes. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Miss Nancy Chanda, a graduate of the Heavy Equipment Operator Program at KVTC. A bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. MC. The Copper Belt Minister, Honorable Mr. Elisha Matambo, on behalf of Minister of Technology, Mr. Felix Mtati. His Excellency, the Ambassador of Japan to Zambia, Mr. Akiteru Mikami, the United Nations Zambia Resident Coordinator, Ms. Beatrice Mutali, senior government officials present, United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, Chief of Fair Production, Sustainability and Trade, Ms. Vepi Situki. Hitachi Construction Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia Company, Mr. President Nobuhiko Saito. Technical Education, Vocational and Entrepreneurship Training Authority Director General, Mr. Cleophas Akaiza. Quito Vocational Training Center Board Chairperson, Reverend Hendy Bwalia. Principal of Quito Vocational Training Center, Mr. Crispin Kakuma, and other principals present. Members of the board, members of staff, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nancy Chanda, and I am a proud graduate of the Heavy Equipment Operator Program at KVTC Training Center. It is both a privilege and an honor to stand before you on this occasion. Today, we are not simply witnessing the opening of the workshop, we are witnessing the opening of opportunity for young people like me whose lives has been transformed through skills training. On behalf of all graduates and students of KVTC, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the government of the Republic of Zambia through Ministry of Technology and Science for prioritizing technical and vocational education as a driver of national development. We extend our deepest appreciation to the government of Japan for your generous support in making this modern facility a reality. Your investments represent confidence in Zambia's youth and belief in our potential to contribute meaningfully to the economy. To UNIDO, we sincerely thank you for your technical leadership and effective coordination of the training delivered at KVTC under this project, which has strengthened the quality and standards of our learning. To Hitachi Construction Machinery Zambia, we are deeply grateful for your technical support and the work readiness sessions that equipped us with the practical skills and professional mindset required to perform confidently in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you as a testimony of the success of this project. After completing my training at KVTC, I secured employment in the mining sector with B&D together with Joe of Africa Mine. The confidence I gained, the discipline I developed, and the technical skills I acquired continue to guide me my daily work. This new workshop will now allow many young people to follow the same path, from training to employment, from opportunity to achievement. To the principal, the board, management, and our dedicated instructors, thank you for your commitment, patience, and mentorship. You shaped us into competent and responsible professionals. As graduates, we promise to carry forward the values of safety, integrity, excellence, and hard work. We will represent KVTC and this partnership with pride wherever we go. Distinguished guests, on behalf of all beneficiaries, thank you for investing in our skills. Thank you for empowering Zambia's youth, and thank you for walking this journey with us. May this workshop continue to produce skilled operators who will help to drive Zambia's development forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was our vote of thanks for this program, ladies and gentlemen. Please, another big round of applause for our graduates and professionals. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have celebrated a shared, investment in Zambia's future, one that will equip hundreds and hundreds of young women and men each year with the skills required to build our mines, our infrastructure, and our industries. At this point, I will invite the high table to please proceed to that corner there. Behind that door is a beautiful and awesome classroom that will be used to render the education that will be happening in this workshop. Our ushers, please help us to navigate and get into the classroom as the Honorable Minister gets to see what is in store in this classroom for this particular workshop. Right after that, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite unfortunate that it's raining outside. The Hitachi team and students at KBTC have prepared a demonstration of how this machinery works. Whether or not we can endure the rain to watch this remains to be known in a few minutes. But that particular demonstration is ready and they are eager to show it to us. Yeah, that's what I'm sure. Yeah, so that's what we're actually discussing it. So what do we do? Maybe we just go around. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as a matter of caution, the demonstration that was scheduled to take place may not be feasible right now due to the rains outside. However, you are invited to lunch, even as we enjoy the rest of this afternoon.